How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Benji's Vlogs and Whatnots. We are back for another little fishing trip. We tried a location just up the road and I didn't realise that the trout season is over. So I didn't want to risk catching a trout, even if it's brown trout this big. I don't want to risk, as you would say, getting fined and having the equipment taken away from me. So we thought we'd come down to one of the other locations across town. So we are in one of our favourite little spots. We are going to try and get our short finned eel. How long we've got to sit here for? No idea. It's all about being present here and now, and that's the main thing for why I am here as of right now. Because of that, and in hopes to catch something today. It has rained since a bit the last time we were here, and the water has, as you would say, come up just a wee bit. But that is all right. I'm sure that the eels and that are in this very part of the river will be eager to get some food either way. So the last time we caught an eel was pretty much over there, just in that little segment there. So we have sunk a hook there with some fresh bait. So all we got to do is just sit and wait, see if we can, as you would say, catch anything or even get a bite. It seems to me that the eels are definitely still biting. It's just gone limp. So I don't know if there's something on here or not, but I guess the best thing to do as of right now is give it a go. Got myself a little lip grabber. I'll have to carefully get down just here, but for now we'll have to see if there's anything on here. Nothing at the moment. Well, there was definitely two big hits, so I'll have to sit here and see if it happens again. I don't know what it is, but every time I get the jitters. But again, we'll have to sit and wait and see if anything happens. No, my bloody luck, those two big hits that we just had, it's probably stripped the bloody hook. No, my luck. Or if I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I reckon it's probably going to come back and give it a good old whack. It's always the damn case. I'm either not paying attention or I'm doing something else. But I think what I'm going to do is I am going to check the line just to make sure that it still has a little bit of bait on it. So I reckon I'll reel it in and check the bait, or wait for another little hit, which has just happened. Like I said, guys, it always bloody happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit here with the rod in our hand and wait for the next little hit. Might take a couple of minutes, might take a couple of seconds. We'll see how things go. But again, I always get the bloody jitters. I don't know if it's just because I'm cold or bloody what. There's definitely nothing on the end of the rod, end of the line at this point. I don't know if there's any carp in this. Didn't bring me bloody shovel with me. Just felt the line move. Something's definitely going for it. Because we've had a couple of big hits on this, I reckon we can pull it in to see if the bait's still there. But I reckon because we've had those 2 or 3 big hits, I reckon the bait is gone. So I'll have a look and see what the deal is. There's definitely nothing on the end of this. No, bait's still there. That's good. That can go back in. What we're going to do though is we're going to shift this back up onto the hook a little bit more, and then we'll cast it back over where we had it. That's where we seem to have most of the luck, is over there. Alright, now that we've got it a little bit further that way, all we got to do is just sit and wait and see if anything else happens. But at least half the worm's gone and not all of it, so that's always a good bloody sign to see. Now this is one reason why I love coming here. There's always a chance of something to go on. Seems to be happening again. Oh, looks like the line's getting tugged. And there it is. Definitely seems like something's on the end of that now. All we got to do is just reel it in and see if anything's decided to take the whole lot. But it didn't hit hard enough to, I guess, as you would say, land the hook in. At this point, whatever it is just sitting there toying with us at the moment. It's always a bloody case. At least if we try and keep it in our hand and we feel the bump, we can yank it. So this might take a few minutes, guys. I do apologise. Oh, it's certainly gone bloody quiet. I've changed the bait. It was pretty mangled up, so yeah, changed the bait, put it back out where it was, and well, it's been pretty bloody quiet ever since. But that's alright. Certainly bloody exciting to come out here and basically experience that without a second thought. My jitters have gone away, but I'm still somewhat shaken due to the fact that it's still reasonably cold at the moment. All due to the fact that I'm still sitting under bloody shade. But soon enough the sun will be at a perfect spot where it's going to, as you would say, warm our feet up. Tell you a little funny story that just happened a couple of minutes ago. I was getting some B-roll and couple of ducks flew over, squawking like a bloody Cheshire cat, both of them were, and it scared the absolute crap out of me. It literally made me jump out of my bloody skin. Bloody ducks. But it's not as awesome as last time I was here, because from that direction there just behind me, you can probably just barely see the game trail sitting right here. A couple of wallabies were bouncing down this way, and they weren't stopping. They were literally just hammering tong down towards me, and I was basically looking at them and basically started talking, hello, 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 I'm here, hello, just to make sure that they saw me. One stopped, the other one bolted to just the other side of this mound and then bolted down that way. Still remember that to this day. It's a big reason why I love coming out here is not just the birds or the fish or eels it's seen the other animals around this general area. So we've decided to move a position from a little bit further up that way to the last little spot before we decide to get out and go. It's been pretty quiet up there for about 2 hours. Nothing's happened since the last time, and we tried a couple of different spots, 4 in total, that we kept doing across the river next to the tree. And we decided to be in the tree. Then we tried a little bit down that way, and then we tried a bit down that way. So it's been pretty quiet down there at this point, so we're in the final spot. So we're going to try here for a couple of hours and see how we go here. It's been pretty fun thus far, but again, we'll see how things go. Definitely seems to me that the fishies are not biting at this given time. I am seeing from time to time a little bit further down a little bit of ripples. I don't know if that's just bubbles coming up, but it is really quiet now. Had those big whacks before, but now nothing, absolutely nothing. Even here in this little spot here that we've got, occasionally we do see the odd bubble coming up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's some ripples just over there. I'm starting to think that maybe I should put me line in up over there. And we do have a little visitor as well, just there. Certainly wasn't him making the, or her. Well, on second thought, there's 2 of them sitting right over there. Didn't see the second one. So I stand corrected about the ripples sitting over there. Even if we don't catch anything today, guys, I'm still pretty darn happy that I managed to get out here. Unfortunately, the sun has decided to go and hide behind some clouds, and it has dropped in temperature yet again. And mind you, my shoes and calves are quite wet from the long grass that we had to gallivant through before. Seems like something's right there in the reeds. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but one of the reeds is bobbing up and down like crazy. It's probably just a bloody turtle. I know that there is turtles in here. I've seen them once before, just around in this general area. But there is definitely something making that bob up and down. Could just be the current as well, but none of the other ones are really doing anything. Well, nothing's been happening, guys. It's dead quiet. So packing up and heading to the car. Not only that, we're a bit cold and fairly hungry, but we did pull something out of the water. Nothing too exciting, but I'll give you guys a quick gander at that before we go, even though it's not that interesting. Pulled that out of the water as we pulled the line back in. Felt a bit of weight on the bloody line. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I got something. A cheeky little biker was sitting on the bloody end of the line without fighting. But it was just that. That's always the case with fishing. Get a couple of good hits, or none at all. Or, in my case, last time I was here, the bloody line snapped right at me bloody feet. And not only that, when we went to Pikes Creek, caught that little baby one about that big or around that size. Not only that, I should have, as you would say, brought me little bloody trolley with me. I am absolutely puffed, and it's still sitting on about 15 degrees, but it certainly feels a lot colder out there. But for me, guys, it's not about catching the fish or eels. It's about getting outside and being amongst the trees and birds and people and everything else in between. So I've had my fill in for today, so it's time for us to get going. But before we do, we're going to go and get a coffee and some food. Even though that we enjoyed the day, even so we didn't really have much action except for those 4 to 5 hits that we had this morning, I still had a good time. It's more or less to be able to sit outside and enjoy oneself, and we have done that because most of these holidays that we've been having, we've basically been sitting in that damn room for the last few days. And yes, I will admit I did end up going to another location before. All the stuff you guys would have seen in this one. I failed to check the internet to see when the trout season was on or off. And well, we're about, what is it, the 14th, and it closes on the 9th, so I was about 5 days late to the party. So I ended up packing everything up and then going to pretty much what you guys seen in this video. So I wasn't exactly eager to get fined or lose my equipment. Must admit it was a relatively wet bloody thing, because halfway up my shins, my tracky ducks were covered in bloody water and it was soaked all the way through. But that's alright, it was well and truly worth it either way. We still got those hits this morning. Just a bummer it didn't land. I probably wouldn't have been able to pull it up anyway, because I lost me bloody net. Well, when I say lost me net, I forgot it at Pikes Creek. But either way, guys, fish, no fish, eels, no eels, still a bloody good day either way. I have to figure out, and I keep saying this, I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong. But I don't think I really did anything wrong today, because I was using super scrubbies, so they're really nice, thick, juicy worms. So that there was still, in a way, good enough to basically do what we were doing today. But either way, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. So it is an Evidentchi for now. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being there and everything else in between, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, as always, guys, keep it cheesy.